kid, putting a different cover on top there, marriage will expose you big time. Trust me, it is going to happen very soon. Something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by it. Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Thanks so much for clicking on this video to watch it. I appreciate. Yes, and if you are new here, welcome to the channel. If you are not, welcome back. And those who are new, my good name is Esther. This family is all about family issues, lifestyle, and traveling that we are going to start doing soon. Yes. So in this video, I want to talk about few things I've learned about marriage. In my close to 4 years of being married, there are few things I want to share. So one thing I've learned about marriage, guys, is that in marriage, people do change. Yes, I'm afraid to say so. They do change. Don't think the boyfriend, girlfriend vibe will always be there. In most cases, I guess 90% of the marriages is not going to be there always, but it's going to be there in one way or another, but not always. People do change in these terms. They're going to change in terms of maybe even the food they like, dress codes, how they look. Yes, honestly, they do change. People do change, and even the way they behave towards you, or towards the way you behave towards each other, people do change, honestly. And it's not a bad thing, because you know, without change you cannot even grow. So you need to know that people do change in marriage. Sometimes it's how they look at you, sometimes it's how they feel about you. Also, maybe they are going to improve or even get So one thing you need to know is that people do change in marriage. So the other thing I've also learned about marriage is that you should learn how to apologize in marriage. Yes, how to say sorry. Yes, know what your partner wants, know how your partner wants you to apologize in case you have done a mistake. You know, for example, I'm a person who wants someone to say, I'm sorry because I've done this and that and that. You see, I'm not a person you just come to say, oh, okay, I'm sorry. No, you need to tell me, why are you sorry? Because I want to know that you understood the wrong thing that you did. I want you to know, I want to know that you understood the mistakes. So tell me, babe, I'm sorry, or whatever if you want to call me Esther, I'm sorry because I did this and that. I'm not going to repeat it again. It was not intentional. You see, that kind of explanation. It's juicy, and that's what I want to hear. People are different. Maybe someone else don't want to hear that, but for me, that's what I want to hear. So learn how to apologize or to say sorry, and that way your marriage is going to go far, honestly. If you are those people, you never want to apologize, you never want to say sorry, hey, you can't go anywhere, honestly. You need to learn how to apologize. The other thing about marriage I've also learned is that you need to know the communication style that your partner prefers to communicate with. Do you get that? The communication style, I mean, maybe face-to-face, via text, via call, you know. For me, I want to keep in touch. I want to keep in touch with my husband wherever he is. I want him to tell me how he's doing. But sometimes I'm not a fan of calls, by the way. You can call me even 10 times. I'm like, why is this guy even calling me again? Honey? Why is he even calling? But if you text, sometimes I'm like, I don't want text. Sometimes, because I'm a person who just wants to be spoken to face. But you know, sometimes situations force things to happen differently. So sometimes he's far away, he has to call, we have to chat. But when he is in the house, we have to communicate face to face, facing each other. You see, that is my mode of communication. That is the style I want us to speak. But for him, it's different. Sometimes when he's not in the house, he wants to communicate by chat a lot, but I don't have that time to keep chatting. For him, when he gets an opportunity to text, hi, how are you doing? This went on, can we do this and that? You see, for me, I want him to keep all that, and when he comes back later, he can speak to me face to face. So what I want to say is that you should learn the communication style that your partner wants you to communicate with. That is going to ease communication between the two of you, because communication is very important in a relationship. You know that communication is the only way you can pass the message, how you feel, what you don't want, blah 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 blah, all those things. Okay, so learn communication style of how to speak to your partner. So the other thing, guys, is I've learned about marriage is don't assume anything. Keep checking on your partner. Don't assume that they're okay. Sometimes they may not be okay, honestly. Sometimes you may be going through something, through a situation that only you who can help. But now, if you assume that they are okay, and you know some of us are not able to express ourselves, we just want to be, we are waiting for that question. What is going on? What's going on, baby? What is happening here? What? You know, all those things. So sometimes it's just good to ask what is going on, or do your partner sends a signal of maybe something is wrong. Try to not assume that he or she is going to solve it by his or her own. Just go ask him or her, how can I help? What is going on? Is this something we can speak about? Is it something we can just talk about and get a way out? Is it a situation that is favorable for the two of us to just solve it? You know, don't assume anything in marriage, honestly. Just communicate, let it out, and that way you're going to solve your issues. Okay, the other thing, guys, is in marriage, don't get comfortable. Oh, I got a husband, I got a wife, so now walishafika hawezi enda mahali. Who say they cannot leave you? Huh? Who said so? Don't get comfortable in marriage, honestly. What do I mean by this? Before you got married, you are yourself. There are things you're doing, you know. Zile vitu za kuentice. You say you want your partner to see this, you want your partner to see this way. If it's your hair, if you're a makeup person, you're not like me. I'm not a makeup person. If you know, putting on earrings, those long nails, or whatever is what makes your partner happy, and vice versa for men. If you know, dressing well, smelling well, blah blah blah, just looking good, having nice haircuts. When you get married, don't feel like, oh, I got married, so I cannot do anything. And then you start being shaggy or over. No. Honestly, don't get comfortable. Do what you're supposed to do to just make the situation even better, you know? To make the situation even juicy. That way, the vibe will continue. Unajua, ka vibe kale, akikama nataka kukucheki kufiti, like, hey, mama ako fiti, babako hivi, yeah. So don't just get comfortable. Do your thing. Keep growing as a person. Unajua, remember you got married. Yes, you are a unit, but again, you have the you. You have the you, the person, the you person. You, hey, so make sure you keep doing your thing. Don't just get comfortable. Okay. That's a lesson. I know you didn't know that. The thing, guys, about marriage I've come to learn is that keep dating each other. Which was the movie nights, coffee dates, walks, blah blah. Keep doing those things. I've come to learn that without time with each other, for each other to just update each other on how you are doing emotionally. Sometimes and that's why sometimes you hear some of us saying that, example, my husband don't care about how I feel, my wife don't care about how I feel, my wife is not sensitive to my emotions, you know, simply because you don't have time for each other. And especially when you come to a space where you have now kids, you know, so much is being taken by the kids, the attention, kids. You are going to look for money because of the kids. You have to start saving. You have to keep growing the kids. So have time for yourself. You can only have that time through having dates. Plan for those dates. Go out there and update each other emotionally. I was just telling my husband the other day that I guess we are not taking enough time for us to even update each other. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Sometimes you just come and tell me, I feel like this. You see, just randomly. So I feel like sometimes you need to set time aside to just speak about that. So keep dating each other, and that way you're going to get to know where is the problem, the root of so many issues that are coming your way, the root of so many successful things that are happening. You need to keep doing through these dates. Yes, you're going to have the random talks now and then, but have these dates. By dates, I don't mean you have to have those expensive, you want to go to expensive hotels. No, even in the house, just set time aside, just the two of you, have a cup of coffee there, just talk, engage. The phones are off, or they're not there, the TV is off, just that. Get that. The thing I've come to know about marriage is that marriage will stretch you. Like, it will stretch you in this way. Do you know when you're dating, you're acting like that cool kid? Haunanga emotions za kujam, you never get angry, you never talk back to your love. When you get married, ni kama unaekiangwa kio. It's like you have a mirror here. It want to show you the real you. It claps you with the real face of you. Because sometimes you're told something and you're like, unanuna huku ndani, unajua. You want to talk back. You want to get angry even for days. But when you're dating, that was not you. Let me tell you, marriage will stretch to that corner. Unajua, it will take you back there. True to hasira tuwako na tutoa. You just need to know how to control, by the way. Because marriage will take you there to that corner. It's going to undress you. It can also dress you. So you need to know that inner, whatever you're hiding, you're acting like a cool kid, putting a different cover on top there. Marriage will expose you big time. Trust me, it is going to happen. Very soon, if it has not happened, for me it has happened, even not once. 10 times. The cool kid I had there. It has already been addressed, and they know me. Yeah? Though sometimes you're not going to know your partner, like, you keep learning every day. You keep knowing these things every day, yes? So the other thing, guys, I've learned about marriage is that you should be open for challenges. Be ready and be open for challenges, because it's real. Challenges are real. I don't mean like financial challenges or whatever. Challenges, like, someone places their cards this way. You expected the card to be the other way. You see, that's a challenge. And also, even in terms of finances, growth, laying out decisions that you need to make. Sometimes there are so many challenges that you need to be open for. Usikue tu hivi ati siwezi change, mimi nilikuja hivi, mimi nilikuja hapana. You need to be open for so many challenges in marriage. By the way, they'll come your way. By the way, sometimes you want things to be done this way, they're done the different way. Sometimes you want to go this route, your partner want to go this route. You have to come together and come to a consensus that you need to follow this route. You're not going to follow your route. You're not going to follow your route, but you are going to follow a specific different route. So be open for challenges. Be open to accept. Be open to disagree. Be open to agree, and at the end of it all, be open to love even more in marriage, okay? And respect, because it's not always about it. The thing about marriage I've come to learn is that you need to be open to keep learning. It's the only institution you come with a certificate. You know what I mean? So here you have to learn and do that certificate by learning. Unajua? Yeah, you are given the degree. So now get the knowledge after. So be open to learn, because you know so many things will change along the way. The person, as we have said, they are going to change. There are things you need to achieve together. You need to grow. You need to glow as individuals, you know. So be open to learn, because you need to learn so much. Whether it comes even to get knowledge outside about marriage, or even learn from within yourselves, be open to learn. So that's it for that, okay? So the other thing is, don't allow third parties in marriage. Just know that marriage is a 2-unit thing that became 1 unit. 2 but became 1. Only allow the third parties when need be. Maybe when you're happy, when you're making some decision, maybe You have agreed between the two of you that I'm going to involve this person, I'm going to involve that person, but don't allow that parties to come, especially when you have challenges. I'm a victim of that, and I feel that from the first time you get married, I wish I knew this. Your issues are your own issues. Solve your own issues in your own way. Even today, even when I tell somebody about something is going on in my house today, before I wasn't like that. I'm like, this I have to do, but opinion does not matter here. It's about me. It's about my husband. You know, if I'm going to bring in that person is very important. It's my own baby, because sometimes there are decisions we are going to make that are revolving around his life. You know, maybe when you want to grow, invest, or blah blah blah, all those things. But if it's not about him, it's us. And for him, he had no right to like jangle in our own issues as married people, you know. So don't allow that parties with parents, sometimes even the church. Honestly, I say no. I'm a pastor, so I say it's not even about them, it's about us. Okay, so don't allow that parties in your marriage. And yeah, for me, when I stop allowing people to come in here and just make decisions for us, I guess, yeah, we are good. We are fighting our own devils, welcoming our angels, our blessings, chasing away our curses. If they are coming our way, we block them through prayers. Okay, so that part is it's a no, no, no in marriage, honestly. So if you are targeting to get married, don't allow that parties in your space, honestly, because they are going to ruin you big time. Get it from someone that has experienced this. So that's it, guys. Those are some of the few things that I've learned about marriage for the few years. These ones are not few years, by the way. 1, 2, 3.5. Hey, that's a long time, by the way. What? I don't know those who have been married for 10 years will say all 8 years. That's right. Anyway, that's it, guys. Those are the few things that I've learned about marriage, and I hope you're going to take 1 or 2. Yes, maybe they're going to help you. And yeah, till you meet in one next video. What do we say? Cheer, spread love, and let's make marriage work, because marriage is beautiful. It's a place where you have a person you can fight with always when you want to. Yeah. Anyway, guys, cheers, and remember to subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment. Tell me what you have learned about marriage, if you are even not. When you get there, when you get a partner, just dive in. Let the ship start the journey, because God is the one who started this thing, and his work is beautiful. So till our next video is